After that day, I watched the drama, CSI Las Vegas. A strong suspicion about everything I had been taught in the past began to grow in my mind. Could everything I've learned so far truly be a lie? I wanted to check for myself, mobilizing all of my senses. This time I started looking for an American movie, not a drama. That's when the title Saving Private Ryan caught my eye. What's this about? Rescuing a soldier? Is it a war movie then? The movie began with the Normandy landing operation. Shells exploded, bullets flew, and soldiers fell helplessly. As if I were right there on the battlefield, I watched for over 2 hours without looking away for even a moment. There are times when the act of watching a movie becomes an experience rather than just viewing. Steven Spielberg's Saving Private Ryan was exactly that kind of work for me. It was more than just an impression, it was a monumental event that shook the rigid worldview that had dominated my mind. The raw scenery of limbs being torn off, intestines spilling out, and the sea turning red with blood. The sight of soldiers falling to the hail of bullets the moment the ramp dropped. It directly contradicted my past memories that had packaged war as only a noble sacrifice or a glorious victory. All the war movies I had seen in North Korea were epics about heroes defeating the enemy for the regime and the Kim family. And there was no such thing as the misery of an individual dying in terror, crying out for their mom. Faced with this instinctive fear and overwhelming realism, I sensed, for the first time, the true weight of the word war. Although I knew it was fiction and not a 100% true story, the fact that a movie could be made with such a story was astonishing in itself. And what gave me an even more fundamental shock was the very nature of the mission. An order to rescue one soldier, Private Ryan, the last remaining son, for a mother who had already lost 3 sons. And the narrative of 8 elite soldiers going deep into enemy territory for that one single person. All logic in my mind came to a halt. In the world I had learned, this was reactionary and a waste. A place where the individual exists for the state and the leader, where a whole family's sacrifice is considered an honor. It was a mission completely incomprehensible by the logic of that place, where a survivor would instead become a target of punishment and surveillance. It seemed the soldiers who came along felt the same way. Captain Miller's squad members carrying out the mission also voiced their complaints. They were questioning orders, demanding logic, and weighing their own lives. The fact that they could express their feelings and thoughts so honestly without being punished was a shock. Even Captain Miller reframes the mission with a personal motive. If this mission earns me the right to get back to my wife, then that's my mission. Not the state or ideology, but the deeply personal existence of his wife was his reason for enduring this hell. Even inside the giant machine of war, they had not given up on being human. Captain Miller's confession, fearing that his humanity was eroding the longer the war went on, confused me even more. I just know that every man I kill, the farther away from home I feel. Captain Miller. Not the cheers for a hero, but the anguish of an individual becoming a killer. It was so different from the heroes I knew. When they finally met Private Ryan, the shock reached its peak. He refuses the order to be rescued. The reason he gave was also not the state, but people. Tell her that when you found me, I was with the only brothers I had left, and that there was no way I was deserting them. Private Ryan. To him, brothers were not just blood relatives, but the comrades fighting beside him right now. A human bond as brothers sharing life and death, not comrades bound by ideology. In the end, they fought together and Captain Miller died saving Private Ryan. His last words demolished every slogan I had heard my entire life. This Ryan better be worth it. He'd better go home and cure a disease or invent a longer-lasting light bulb or something. Earn this. Earn it. Don't let it be in vain. Live a worthy life. It wasn't avenge me or win for the motherland. He simply spoke of one person's life. He was saying that all this horrific sacrifice could be redeemed by one person living a worthy life. It was a declaration that one individual's life could be equal to, or even greater than, the immense weight of a nation's sacrifice. When the movie ended, I realized Saving Private Ryan was not just a movie to me. It was a monumental event that shattered the great wall of lies that had bound me in North Korea. The lie of the individual's sacrifice for the whole with a hammer called humanity. The gunfire on the screen had stopped, but within me, a genuine anguish over what it means to live a human life had just begun. And so, the journey of liberating all of my isolated senses, one by one, has also begun. Everyone, I am truly happy when I can lay out my experiences one by one, painting those moments in detail with my words, just like drawing a picture. My sister, Ina, says she's happiest when she's savoring a dish she could never have tasted in North Korea. If it weren't for the dedication and sacrifice of countless people who fought for freedom, would I be able to write these words today? If I hadn't risked my life to escape from that hell, I would still be living without even knowing what freedom is. That's why every single moment is so precious, and I am so grateful. I may not be a natural-born genius at writing, but I am diligently recording what I have experienced and felt. I ask for your understanding if some parts seem awkward, as my writing skills are still a work in progress. Through consistent writing, I hope to share my unique perspective, the way I see and feel things, with all of you for a long, long time. I am documenting my family's North Korean escape story, our story of living and crossing the invisible boundaries within cultures and societies that seem similar yet different, and furthermore, my journey toward the world in writing and videos on Patreon. If you join this journey on Patreon and share these special moments with me, it would be a great source of strength. Thank you.